You're listening to the Late Night Football Show with your host, Rohit Singh. That's me. On this show, we talk about some of the most seriously silly topics from the world of football for your entertainment and enjoyment. Please remember that the show is BYOL. Bring your own laughs, since we don't have the budget for a studio audience. Happy listening. Hello everyone and welcome to Late Night Football and the tournament draw for the 2020 Trivia the Ore competition. By the way, yes, this is Late Night Football's first ever video episode, and I can't think of a more momentous occasion to have a first than this one right here, the tournament draw. So really pleased to be doing this. By the way, if you have been following our social media channels, then you already know the names of the contestants for this competition. But in case you haven't been following, I suggest you do that right now. You follow us on Facebook and Twitter to get the latest updates, please. But also, we will do a refresher for you to let you know the names of the contestants. And also, along with that, the number that has been drawn for the draw. So the respective numbers that they will have for the draw has also been decided and will be shown to you. This was based in alphabetical order of the last name. So the person with the last name starting with A is number 1 and so on. So that said, I'm going to open my PowerPoint to show you the names and numbers of the contestants in this competition. So here we go. There we go. Here we go. That's right. All right. So starting off, we have Mr. Farhan Ali, the most watched guest on Late Night Football Show channel history. You might remember him from the episode where we were celebrating Liverpool's title win. But we're glad to have him back on this show. Number 2 is Raj Dam, a trivia regular on the Greater Toronto Area Trivia Circuit. So no brainer that he would want to join this particular competition. We have number 3, Dalia Farah, a trivia enthusiast in her own right, and someone again who is really excited to be on the show and who we are really excited to have as well. Number 4, Jian Zhang, the ultimate underdog when it comes to football-related competitions, and someone who could be the feel-good Cinderella story of this tournament, I think. Number 5, Daniel Kim, a Toronto FC fan, so someone who has a great eye for being able to win tournaments, I think. Anna Kostetska, a super fan of the Poland national team. Very, very happy to have her on as well. Number 7, Tulan Ma, a reservoir of second-hand football knowledge. And finally, rounding it off, Maria Mazzina, the first ever Canadian guest on our show and a former East York Eagles star. And again, just really happy to have her back on the show as well. So there you have it, the contestants for this edition, the 2020 edition of the Trivia the Ore competition. So now, having done that, let's go over the rules of the competition, details of the competition a little bit. So the rules are quite simple. The competition is a straight-up knockout tournament. We have the draw today. We're going to determine today who plays whom in the first round. And also along with that, we'll determine the number placings for the semifinals and finals. So that each tie will be based on a predetermined category, which will be mentioned along with the brackets. So to make it very specific for the contestants, so it's not kind of like a broad range. And that will be the same for the first round and the semifinals. We haven't determined that for the final category yet. We will reveal that after the semifinals. So stay tuned for that. The winners of each round move on to the next, while the loser bids adieu, or as they say in English, see ya. And here's the important part, the most important part. The overall competition winner will get a $10 gift card for a store of their choice. Whether that's Starbucks or Tim Hortons, they'll get a gift card to that store. So the stakes are really, really high. Never been higher before. And with all that said, I think it's now time for the draw. Since we don't have a big budget for the competition, I'm using Google's random number generator for the draw. Real classy. But the first draws will determine who plays whom. And we'll follow that with the numbering of the games so that we know which order they will take place in. And we'll use these numbers then to determine who plays whom in the semifinals. So this is what we're going to do. And if this all sounds confusing to you, don't worry. That's okay. Just sit back, relax, enjoy the random picking out of names through an algorithmic generator. and then later on we'll show you the bracket at the end, so you'll see what I'm talking about. All right, so let's get started. I'm gonna open my Google random generator. Actually, before that, I'm gonna show you once again the list of names just to refresh your memory. So here we go. We're just gonna go back to the contestants list. So as you can see, number 1, Farhan Ali. Number 2, Raj Tam. Number 3, Dalia Farah. Number 4, Jihan Jong. Number 5, Daniel Kim. Number 6, Anna Kostetska. Number 7, Tulan Ma. And number 8, Maria Mazina. All right, awesome. So with that said, we're now going to begin the draw. And so for that, I am going to now go to the Google random generator. It's my first time using screen sharing this way on Zoom, and I've actually used that before, so bear with me a little bit. But here we go. So it says 3 right now. We've done minimum 1 and maximum 8. So it says 3 right now, but that's not the first number that we'll be picking out of the hat. But we will do that now. So I'm going to hit generate, and then as we go to the numbers, we will go through them. I'm also going to open my notepad so we can. I'm just testing that out. I'm going to open my notepad as well, so we can actually take down. I can take down the names of the people. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. First number out of the draw is number 1. All right, straight off. Well, it wasn't very random, but that's Farhan Ali, and he will take on. Let's do this again. Number 6. All right. So number 6 is, if I'm not mistaken, that is Anna Kostetska. All right, so we have a first round pick is Farhan Ali versus Anna Kostetska. That's our first round, and we'll now assign we'll do that later. So all right, second game, and the first name out of the draw is number 7, and that is Tulan Ma. All right, Tulan Ma is the first name that has the third name that has been generated, but the first one for this round. So that is Tulan Ma, and she will take on number 2. Yeah, this is okay. All right, it's number 2. I mean, sometimes you do wonder, isn't it, if it's random or not? But nonetheless, she is going to be taking on Rajdan. That's going to be an interesting one, I think. I think that's really going to be interesting. Anyway, I'm just going to make a note here as well. Tulan Ma versus Rajdan. I mean, that's wonderful. All right, moving on to the third match, and we have number 4. All right, that's interesting as well. And number 4, as we know, is Jihan Jong. All right, underdog for the day. And if we can, we'll just go back to the random generator. So Jihan Jong will take on. I think we already picked number 2, haven't we? Yes, we have picked number 2. So we're gonna have to do this again. Again, nope. Number 6, and again number 8. I don't think we've got number 8 yet. So Jian Jong is gonna take on Maria Mazina. All right, that's an interesting game actually. Wow, it's Jian Jong versus Maria Mazina. So I think we already know what the last one is, but we'll see. Just for administrative purposes, we'll do it anyway. Let's get the first one in. So we've now got number 4. No, we already got that one. They're looking for number 5 and we're looking for number 5 and number 3. So we just have to see which one comes first. All right, it's number 3 first. Thank God. I was hoping I didn't have to do that for a while, but it is going to be Dalia Farah against Daniel Kim. So we've got that one sorted as well. So wow, that's another interesting one. Dalia versus Daniel, Tulan versus Raj. Those are quite interesting games. All right, so we'll have the bracket for you at the end there. But now I'm gonna change this to number 4 because we're gonna now decide numbers for the matches themselves, and this will help. And I'll explain how this works. Basically, we're gonna decide which match is number 1, which match is number 2. This may not necessarily be the order of the schedules, but what this does is allows me later on to prepare for you the order for the semifinals, so we can decide then who plays who in the semifinals. So that's kind of how it helps. So we're gonna start with the first one, and so yeah, the first match that we picked out will be match number 2. So Farhan versus Anna is now game number 2. All right, so again, I'm making a note here. Next up is Tulan against Raj, and that is number 4. So Again, this does not mean that this will be the fourth match in the schedule. What it means is on the bracket, this will be the fourth match. And so when we do the semi-final draw, this will tell us who plays whom. And then we got number 3. So match number 3. So Jian Zhong versus Maria Messina is now, Jian against Maria is number 3, and Dahlia against Daniel is number 1. So that's what we have. So to recap again, in the order, Dahlia Daniel, that's match number 1. Jihan Maria is match number 3. Farhan Anna is match number 2, and then Tulan and Raj is match number 4. So we now have 1, 2, 3, 4. The final draw for today is the semi-final draw. We're not going to draw the finals, but I'll work that. We'll show you the brackets in a minute. So that's what we have. So now the final is 1-4. We decide who plays whom in the semi-finals. And again, just bear with me here. Once you see the brackets, you'll understand everything. If you're kind of confused at this point, just once you see the brackets, you'll understand everything quite completely. But I think if you have been watching tournament draws, I think it's pretty easy to follow anyway. All right, so here we go. We start with match number 4. You know what I'm going to do is I'm just gonna refresh the page, and we'll do this again so that just make it a little bit more random. All right, so here we go. The first generator is number 3. So we have match number 3. And they will take on. We can do this again. Match number 1. So match number 3 is the winner of Jihan Maria will take on the winner of Dahlia Daniel. That's going to be our first. And, well, again, we know who's going to face whom in the semifinals, but for administrative reasons, we'll just do this one again. I think I already picked 4, didn't we? Oh, we didn't actually. So number 4. So Tulan Raj will take on, well, we already knew that one. The winner of that match will take on the winner of Farhan Anna. But I guess administratively, we'll just do that. So that's our draw. If you've seen that, I'm now going to go back here. So that's our draw, and right now I'm sharing the brackets with you. So the tournament bracket, that's where you can see all of this information now. All right, so let's quickly take a look at the bracket just to refresh your memory, to make it easier for you who might have been confused during this whole thing. So here we go. Let's take a look at that. So as you can see, Tulan versus Raj, Farhan against Anna, Jian against Maria, and Dahlia against Daniel. Those are our 4 games. And you can see that Tulan and Raj the winner of that match will take on Farhan against Anna, the winner of that one. Jian and Maria, the winner from that one, will take on the winner from Dahlia and Daniel. And on the top in italics, you can see the categories. So for the first game, Tulan against Raj, the category is men's Euros. For Farhan and Anna, it's women's Euros. The men's World Cup is the category for Jian and Maria. And then the women's World Cup is Dahlia and Daniel. And you can also see that for the semi-finals. And as I mentioned, we haven't yet determined the category for the final, which will be determined after the semifinals take place. So stay tuned on our social media channels for updates. You can also find this information actually on our social media channels. We'll share the bracket with you after this, so that in case you need a refresher. But there's some really interesting games in there, according to me anyway, at least. There's some really, really wonderful matchups. So I'm really looking forward to it, and I hope you guys are as well. I think it's really going to be something very exciting. The first round matches will air from this Saturday to Tuesday. So Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, we're going to have 4 games each day of the week for that. And then the semifinals will be happening on Friday and Saturday. And then finally, the grand finale will happen the following Tuesday, August 25th. Now, these dates are all tentative. They may change. They are subject to change, but we're hoping that we'll be able to keep on track on schedule, and this will be the way that we will go. So please do follow us on Twitter and Facebook to stay updated on the schedules and the matches that are taking place. We'll have a full schedule for you on our social media channels, so don't miss out on that. And that's it. Thanks for everyone. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please do like, share, and subscribe to the channel wherever you're watching. And please also leave a review if you like this. I've heard that we need both of these to grow the channel, and your support really will help us out a lot. We really need your help on that front. So please do that if you have a moment. Take care, and see you this Saturday for the start of the tournament. I can't wait. I'm excited, and I'm sure you guys all are. So have a good weekend, guys. Hey everyone, thank you so much for listening to that episode of Late Night Football. We need your help to grow this channel, so if you've been enjoying the show thus far, please do like and subscribe to this channel and share it with your friends, family, colleagues, neighbors, drinking buddies, fellow football fans, and anybody else you know or don't know. We'd really appreciate it. Please also follow us on Twitter and Facebook via the links in the description below and spread the word about us. Take care.